This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Our Mohmmed, I'm Raho. Now, Yantiti Grand.
Sergio CAF open the bidding process for 2025 AFCON. Omwaji every Guinea semno. Now, on 11th of next month, which is November, Omai Bia Opese Uhosti the 2025 edition of the AFCON. No. By that date, no Sergio, by the close of that day, no, 11th November, I say, Ode Unkrata Eko, Momushibu. So, Omasa di Ababe Tuja say on 16th. Omobesa sende omaya sende omo request omo pese host no omo be sende omo document na by that day now omo prepare omo final bid. So in January 2023 next year, between 5th to around 23rd of that month, no omo be call inspection of those various minor omo akasa omo be host no. Na by February there no omo hosti omo the hosting right no ama ni obe hosti the 2025 edition of the AFCON after say Cote d'Ivoire be hosti the next edition 2023 edition ebe January no. So I'm pretty sure said by that 2025 there no you be revert back to that stage now ye dey no, which is the summer AFCON na ye nya bi the 2019 one I course wo Egypt no, due to yen weather conditions said yen soto say places yen stadia. Just some 6 months or some 6 months or so, we all saw the pictures in La Côte d'Ivoire when there was a lot of huge amount of rainfall. Say you, but say stadium no amount for say ye the share June July na ebeha enunti na CAF a push the date no accord January February 2024. So ye benya opportunity by February ye be hu omanya eba be hosti the 2025 edition of the already Nigeria any Benin akabum say omo de omo kokokora ko say they have omo kokoko
okay.
So omo person omo host the competition no ye train say other nations omo so ombeti unze already so Botswana and Tanzania also Uganda rather they are also mulling over the contesting for the hosting rights of the next edition after 2025, which is going to be 2027. So you based on sensema mukaina eno amuniki in so akasam or say Qatar 2022 World Cup a opportunity for African nations to right the wrongs that happened during the last World Cup at Russia 2018. And so the last World Cup Russia by the time see about group games na we yenya any African team be it me progress to the next stage. And before that one, the last time such kind of a situation happened was way back 1982. That was when Cameroon and Algeria represented the continent. And that was where we had the disgrace of Gihon. And that is the reason why in 1986, which was the subsequent World Cup after 1982, FIFA decided say last round of games in the group stage, you be born simultaneously, you be born the same time. Say the game be me influence game be results.
Russia,
yes,
African team go beyond the group stage.
Yes. Now Egypt were Group A. Egypt were with Russia, the host nation, Saudi Arabia, and then they were with Uruguay. They lost their first game against Uruguay, 1-0. They lost against Russia, the host nation, 3-1. And they lost 2-1 against Saudi Arabia, or a less fancy team, or even one of the most weakest team about competition. Saudi Arabia said, they don't produce players that ube uso Europe. Omo ne Qatar na ube uso World Cup, omo players obia ye home base. Yenya Tunisia na oni England, oni Belgium, any Panama ewo group. Tunisia lost against England. They lost against Belgium. They only won against Panama. Almost uncle. Yenya Nigeria no also Croatia or Argentina in that group and Iceland. They lost against Croatia 2-0, but they were able to come back in that second game against Iceland. And Ahmed Musa shared 2 goals. No, the last game against Argentina. Na we are 1-1 because Lionel Messi share amomonya penalty Victor Moses atekano. Marcos Rojo broke the heart of the Nigerians with that last minute after say pull out now or the count. or Xiaomo in 2014 in that heated game between Nigeria and Argentina. That the Messi scored twice. Ahmed Musa replied, and then Marcos Rojo was the one who determined the final result of the game. And Onoasa determined 4 years later in 2018. Yenya Morocco na one Iran, no one Portugal. Ewo group and Spain. Morocco lost against Iran. They lost against Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. And the best game they gave us was that 2-2 against Spain. Omona no mo share and Spain back betikano. But it ended like that. And it was Senegal. I said, we are very close. You use tiebreaker. Because they won against Poland 2-1. They drew against Japan 2-2. The last game against Colombia, and Nona Yerimina, a share from that corner kick. No. So said, you ball group stage in Russia 2018.
Wow.
None of the African teams was able to progress to the next stage. So yes, Emmanuel Amunike said, "Where a opportunity, my say very right the wrongs that happened during the last World Cup." But said you groups now. Said you Senegal kano Senegal ni jine ye pa because group now group ni de eye kakra ka Ghana wo group no and ye push it into like a strong preparation back. You can top the group because group I want Netherlands in 2018, they were not there. They failed to qualify even the last 2 editions of the European Championships. Yes, they were there in 2010, 2014. They were losing semi-finalists against Argentina and eventually won the 3rd place against Brazil. But compare how the Netherlands team no abba from Kakra. Ecuador there in 2014, they were there in Brazil. They were not there in 2018 and they are back. For Qatar, this is their first time I'm Ball World Cup. I require an opportunity based on some who host the competition. Okay. So Senegal na group for Tunisia, despite becoming the first African country to have ever won a game at the World Cup, they've never gone past the group stages. 78, 98, 2002, Obesahe the course who the last edition in 2018. They've never gone past the group stages. Cameroon na omo second edition of World Cup omo appear after 82 in 1990 omo to me call the quarterfinals in 1990. But Sejo since 2002 Cameroon has never won a game at the World Cup.
Since 2002
after some share Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
They've never
Cameroon.
won. Yes. In 2002 Japan Korea. I remember they were in the group with Germany, Ireland and then Saudi Arabia. They drew 1-1 against Ireland, lost against Cameroon, and they won 1-0 against Saudi Arabia. Since that game, they've never won a game. Germany 2006, someone qualified. In 2010, it was South Africa in a group with Japan, with Denmark, with Japan, Denmark, and the Netherlands. They lost 1-0 against Japan. They lost 3-1 against the Denmark team, no. And they lost again 2-1. That was the last game of the group against Netherlands, which was South Africa.
Okay.
4 years later, it was Brazil 2014 in a group with Brazil, Croatia, and Mexico. They lost against Mexico 1-0. It was Arena de Natal. They lost against Croatia. That was Enona Alexander Song, Eko Huki, Mario Mandzukic, Emma Monya red card. Croatia showed 4-0. No? And the last game against Brazil, they lost 4-1. Yes, Joel Matip became the second player after Didier Drogba to score a goal against Brazil at the World Cup. But they lost 4-1. 2018 Russia won qualify. So from 2002 to 2022, 20 years, Cameroon is yet to win a game at the World Cup. And our group is very dicey. In a group with Switzerland, Serbia, and Opemwa and Casa Brazil. The team of World Cup competition and almost Dudrona Chupia.
Because African country behind what we qualify group of Brazil.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because in 1986, Algeria didn't qualify in a group with Brazil. 1994, na Cameroon ne Brazil group of one qualify. 1998, na Morocco ne Brazil group of one qualify. In 2010, South Africa, na Cote d'Ivoire ne Brazil group of one qualify. In 2014, na Cameroon and Brazil group among qualify. Can they do it this time? It's a big question. For Tunisia, almost Morocco na minim sebia Walid Regragui ahodi odi babeshe team no kina odi Hakim Ziyech no Srai Mazraoui mo. Even though there have been some doubts because Tariq Tusidali or a doubtful based on the injury or yae. Yesanya one another injury Musanya even though or afi no recover kakra in Naif Aget that Western player now moko turn from Stade Rennais no. So Africa your situation is very dicey, but Emmanuel Amunike asem no. It will not be easy. Yes. It will not be easy for all of them to qualify. Okay. So Joe, Kitwe be on N1 Nigeria Mabawano.
Before so work on Nigeria Mabawano. Obayo in arrangement number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, meet me.
This is here. So Obaya to one of our regions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe Nigeria Mabawano.
Go
let's go 6-5 on penalties.
6-5.
Yes, on penalties. Near when so Obetimia your record Masu Didi Dramani and ladies no koye in Azerbaijan no. Now come Obetimia better. Do the finals, but Omani Colombia after goalless draw. And I was talking about that lady Linda Saisedu. She was the one that threatened the Nigerians, but a goalless draw penalties. And also said Carlos Alcaraz, the Baltic Van der Sloop, or the Nechika from the Basel Open 6-4, 6-2. So we are progressing to the quarterfinals,
Okay.
It was
Swiss indoors.
Yes.
Basel Open.
Yes.
Okay. Young friend also NCR.